do you know when your plant needs to be repotted? Is your plant looking a little crowded? Are there drainage problems in the current pot? Does water go right through the soil when you water it? If so, it's time to repot your plant. Before you get started, you need to make sure you have the following supplies. A new pot. It should be only one size or about an inch larger than the pot your plant is currently in. Potting soil. Make sure it's potting soil, not topsoil. Rocks or pot shards. A trowel. Gloves. A watering can, and of course the plant you're going to repot. You want to do your repotting in an area with enough space. To make cleanup easier, I'm going to lay down some newspaper before I start. I'm doing it in my garage because I can guarantee it will be warmer and drier than outside. Step 1. Repotting is stressful for a plant. A day or two before you repot, you should water your plant thoroughly. Step 2. Prepare the pot. The pot should have a hole for drainage. If it doesn't, you'll want to drill one. Then you want to partially block the hole. This will allow water to drain while keeping soil in the pot. Next, you'll put enough soil in the pot to allow the plant to be about an inch below the rim of the new pot. You may have to eyeball this part. Step 3. Now you'll remove the plant from its old pot. Hold the plant over the new pot so that any soil that escapes falls into the new pot. To remove the plant, gently grasp the stem of the plant near the soil. Be careful not to damage the stem. Slowly tilt the plant until it slides out of the old pot. If you have a plastic container, you might need to give it a couple of hits or squeeze the sides to coax it out. If the plant is stubborn, you might need to use a trowel to loosen the soil at the sides. If the root ball doesn't come out in one large chunk, you don't need a larger pot, you need fresh potting soil or a pot that drains better. Step 4. Check the root ball. Look for signs of mold or rot and shake or gently brush them off. If there are roots growing all the way around the root ball, you'll want to loosen them or even cut them off. You'll also want to cut off any dead, damaged, or rotten roots. You can cut off up to a third of the roots without damaging the plant. Loosen some of the roots on the bottom of the root ball. Soil loses nutrients over time, so it's good to refresh it. But remember that too much activity is stressful for the plant. Step 5. Place the plant in the new pot. Make sure there's about an inch between the soil and the rim of the pot. As much as possible, you also want to make sure the plant is straight and centered. Step 6. Add new potting soil. Fill in the edges around the plant. Press the soil down so that it settles, but don't pack it in. The soil still needs to have air in it, and water and roots need to be able to travel through it. Step 7. Water your plant. You want to encourage the plant to keep growing and make it feel comfortable in its new home. Give it a good long drink. Water should run out the bottom of the pot. Step 8. Keep an eye on your plant. The soil may have settled and you may need to add a little more to the pot. Keep watering it regularly, but don't use fertilizer yet. Give it a chance to recover. Usually a month is long enough. A quick review. When repotting a plant, you will need to water it, prepare the new pot, remove the plant, check the roots, place the plant in the new pot, add soil, add water, and add more soil as needed. Repotting a plant that has outgrown its container will help rejuvenate and invigorate the plant.